A cheap set of knives. Cheap knives will send you to the emergency room. Don't ask me how I know this. A cheap kitchen table. Kitchen tables get so much use. They will get scratched. They will get dinged. The chairs will break. Just invest a little more up front. You can get solid wood tables on Facebook Marketplace. Check out the thrift store. A microfiber couch. For some reason, I made this mistake twice. If you clean them, you will forever see the marks of where you've cleaned. They do not last. Hi guys, I am no longer in my 30s, but if I could go back and tell myself not to purchase certain things, these are my top 15 items that I would not have bought. My worst purchases. Hopefully this list can help you, maybe prevent you from making some of the same mistakes I did. And don't worry, if you're not in your 30s or younger, these are still good things I say to not buy and don't make these purchases. If you did spend your money on some of these things and you're happy about it, then don't listen to me. Who am I to tell you what to not buy? Also, big thank you today to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. More on them later. Expensive wedding cake. We ended up going with the most expensive baker in town. We thought that this was what we needed to do and that we needed to have a nice cake. This is kind of where everybody went when they wanted to buy a fancy cake. We ended up spending 4 times more for our wedding cake. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful, it was delicious. It was not 4 times more delicious. I love cake. I mean, I even love grocery store cake, let's be honest. But if I could go back, I would not have bought such an expensive wedding cake. I would have saved my money. Maybe I would have bought a cheaper cake and then had a cookie bar in addition to my cake. Rental property. We became accidental landlords in our 30s because we ended up moving into this house that we're in now, and we just didn't sell our condo. We said, well, let's just rent it. It's a 2-bedroom condo in Washington, D.C., lots of people looking for places to rent, and we'll just rent our condo and not have to worry about trying to sell it at the same time as we are trying to buy something else. Well, huge mistake. It does not make sense if you live in a city with expensive property. The margin is not there for rental or income. It does not work out being a landlord. So something I wish I had purchased in my 30s and I wish was around at that time is Thrive Market. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living affordable and accessible for everyone. I love it because you can shop all kinds of products. They have lots of organic things. They have lots of natural cleaning products and things like that, which you know I love. And they're below traditional prices. So if you do find something online somewhere and it's more expensive at Thrive, you can get it price matched. Okay, let me show you what I got this month. I actually focused on some healthy snacks. So I brought some protein bars. These are awesome. I got these for my kids. I'm gonna be putting them in their lunchbox so they can take them to school. My son especially, he's like 6th grade and he's growing and he's very hungry all the time. So I think this protein bar will tide him over. I also got these breakfast bars. If you are interested in getting snacks, Thrive Market is running a sale this week for 25% all of their snacks and bars. So I was able to get everything for 25% off. And then something that's not for the kids, these chocolate candies, these are actually for me. The other day I was eating a Reese's peanut butter cup and I decided to just look at the ingredients list. It was pretty wild. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get something healthier. I got these Unreal chocolates. These are made with lots of whole good ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So I really like this. You can get a monthly membership for $12 a month, or you can get a full year membership for $59.95. If you use my link, you can get 30% off your first order, and you'll get a free gift worth up to $60 when you sign up. I will have them linked down below. This is a big one if you're thinking of having kids, and we learned this lesson very quickly. Never buy newborn clothing, or at least don't buy too much newborn clothing. One of the things about babies is they grow so fast. My 6-month-old was in 2-year-old clothing. So just don't go crazy with newborn clothing. In fact, don't go crazy with any kid clothing, because between those ages of 0 and 3, they just grow like a weed. They grow so quickly. Get yourself 10 onesies and call it a day. Also, too many kids' toys. We're in my attic right now, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been slowly decluttering. We have tons of toys. The funny thing is, we don't even buy that many toys. A lot of these toys are either from gifts or hand-me-downs, toys from other family members, toys from my friends. Their kids have outgrown them. We just are swimming in toys though. After 3 kids and many, many years of toy accumulation, we are just stuck with these toys. And the thing is, kids don't really even play with toys. You buy them all these toys and you expect that they're gonna love them and they're gonna play with them, and it lasts for a couple of days and then they're already bored. Okay, moving on from the kid stuff. Now I'm gonna tell you to never buy appliances from a discount appliance store that you are having delivered. The reason why these places are so inexpensive is that they often have inexperienced, say, delivery drivers, or just, they've got people and they bring them in and they deliver your item. If you get someone who is not experienced to deliver an expensive item, I'm going to tell you what happened with our fridge, you're going to have a disaster. When we moved into this home, we needed to buy a fridge. So we found the fridge that we wanted. We ordered it on a discount appliance store and they sent 2 guys to deliver it who had no idea, had never delivered a fridge before. Well, they came into the house. The fridge would barely fit through the front door and they shoved it in, got a couple scratches. My husband and I were a little bit concerned. Well, then they turned the corner and tried to maneuver around the counter. And guess what happened? They shoved the refrigerator through and there was a 3-foot gash in the front of the refrigerator. This is what happened. They ruined that very expensive appliance. And I don't blame them. I completely don't blame them. I blame their company. And then when I called the company to tell them what had happened, they offered me a $100 credit for the scratch. Now, the refrigerator was unusable, so obviously we had to send it back. We ended up calling Lowe's after that. They delivered the fridge that afternoon. They took the fridge doors off as they were delivering the fridge because they knew that that was what you needed to do to get it into the house, and everything was fine. Moral of the story, don't get expensive appliances from these discount places because if you're getting it delivered, be prepared. Okay, the next thing I regret, and this is something I've kind of thought about a lot, is when we were purchasing our home, we were in our 30s. One thing I regret that we didn't do is we didn't think that our income could continue to rise as we were getting older and working and getting promotions and things like that. We could have extended ourselves a little bit with our mortgage, and it wasn't something that really occurred to us. We didn't think about that necessarily. So I would say if you are starting out and you're looking for a home, think about, just try to visualize where are you going to be in 10 or 20 years, both with your finances, but also with your preferences. If you're having kids, what are the schools like around you? Do you have parks and playgrounds around you? Try to anticipate not just what current you wants in a home, but what 10, 20 plus year future you wants in a home. After the pandemic, I immediately started working from home, as a lot of us did. And I came to realize I had this huge epiphany looking at my closet and my shoes. Why did I buy so much work clothing and so many work shoes? I won't even tell you how many pairs of heels I've gotten rid of since the pandemic. It is atrocious and embarrassing. I don't know why I felt like I needed to have different outfits and look different every day. If I could go back, I would have told myself, you do not need all of those things. It is not necessary. By the way, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button down below. It's free. One more kid thing I forgot, a cheap stroller. I had my first baby at 31. We didn't have a ton of money, so we just got this cheap stroller. Well, I had my third baby at age 39 and we had a little bit more income and we splashed out on a Britax stroller. Obviously not super high end, but worlds better than what we did have. And let me tell you, I don't know what we were thinking using that crappy stroller for years and years. And especially us, we live in DC, as I mentioned. So I am just walking everywhere, pushing strollers up hills, filling it with groceries. If you can, get yourself a good baby stroller, especially if you do a lot of walking and you live somewhere where you're going to be using it a lot. Trust me, it's worth it. Gym membership. I definitely wasted hundreds and hundreds of dollars on gyms. I no longer do that. I simply work out at home. It's the best. I can do it whenever I feel like I want to work out. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to put anything on. I even work out barefoot to make it as easy as possible for me. I've been working out in the morning lately. I just wake up, have some coffee, do my workout. It really sets my day up well. And I just take 20 minutes to do it at home. Extravagant vacations with small children. Years ago, we took our, at the time, 2- and 5-year-old to, can you guess? Disney World. We actually had a lot of fun, but do you know what my 5-year-old remembers to this day? The hotel pool. Do you know what my 2-year-old remembers to this day? Nothing. It's kind of a running joke. I do see a lot of kids at Disney World and they look like they're having fun most of the time. Their parents deserve an award for getting through it. But I think waiting until your youngest is at least 6 before you do any big vacations like that or any expensive vacations, because the problem is they're not making memories. Maybe they're starting to have some memories at age 3 and 4, but really they get good memories starting at age 6. That's what I found. So just if you can, save your money and hold off until they're a little bit older and they can remember it, and you'll all have fun. Plus, it's a lot easier to handle a 6-year-old than a 2-year-old. Trendy decor that you get sick of. Just think of all the trends that have come and gone. I'm talking those word signs that were everywhere for a couple of years. Even the Sputnik lights, they came in, they're blowing out. Trends come and go so quickly. I would say just invest in classic things that you like. Lastly, it's jewelry insurance. It's kind of a random one, but I paid for our jewelry insurance for 15 years. I don't know what I was thinking or why I thought we needed it. At this point, we probably could have bought a ring with the amount of money that we spent on the insurance. So my recommendation is, unless you think that you truly need it, I just don't find it to be worth it. I think if I could go back, I wouldn't have done that. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this gives you some good inspiration on things to not buy when you're in your 30s. Don't make these mistakes like I did. Also, don't forget to check out Thrive Market, linked below, for 30% off using my link. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna link a video if you wanna keep watching. Go ahead and click on it. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.